Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where shall we go now? The Temple of Death. Not go there. What do we got for goals? The trading post is open. Let's go there. Quickest way to get there. Let's go to the trading post. We have some more goods, so that helps. Keep going this way, and we'll eventually get to... Oh, let's see. You know what? Try going fishing. Get us some fish. You hunt. You hunt. You hunt. Ration. All good. Tinker. You are currently that. Alright. Good. 11 meat. Lost 6 equipment from thieves. Thieves! They stole it from us. Grab more materials. I wish there was a way to actually, like, sell... Oh, come on, come on, come on! Fuck yeah. I can keep going. Meat. Meat, meat, meat. Meat, 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 meat. There we go. 18 meat's not bad. Oh. Who are you? Teutonic hunters. Pass them peacefully again. Yep. I'm not gonna fight the Teutonics right now. That'd be stupid. Be very stupid of me to do. Now, see, you go back to preserving, and I'll have you preserve. No, just going through the ritual. Going through the ritual. There we go. Still have some hunting out there. 24 rations. Excellent. More medicione. Just slowly make my way back up north. Not going any particular direction, is just as long as I'm heading in a northerly direction. There we go. Hunting. Thing. Teresa, why don't you do some preserving? Do some preserving. I lost... Oh god, I lost a lot of valuables. Oh no. Oh god, I lost 700 valuables. What the fuck, game? Not cool. Not cool. Stop doing that. Rude. Alright, you know what? Hunt here. I can spend another day out on the road. God, that was brutal. Maybe I should assign more people to guard duty. You're not really useful in guard duty, unfortunately. Bad things happening when you make camp. God, that's annoying. All I can really do, I guess. I have a trading post, so... Right, I was gonna kill them. I kill the boar! Kill the boar. There we go. 19 meat. Alright! Looks like things are starting to get more settled in over here. I like it. I like it. Let's see what Umberto has to say. Umberto's workers have completed your new trading post, and they are once again at your disposal. The trading post works like the normal trading menu, but the exchange rate is more favorable because you are the owner of the trading post. Like other merchants, the trading post stores will be reset every week. Nice. This is the barracks. Furnishing of barracks are somewhat on the Spartan side, but I have 57 soldiers here. Damn. I'm gonna deposit, like, most of my valuables. Come on. It's gonna take a while. That was a yikes moment. Close. Leave. So now I have a trading post. Yay! The newly stocked post is modest, but it appears to be well stocked. You are met at the entrance by a middle-aged woman with long gray hair. Venerable Senor Villarejo, it's an honor to meet you in person. I am your humble servant, Maria Nunez Jimenez Garrido de Grivalva. God, that's a long name. Thank you for accepting this post, Senora de Griavila. God, I'm gonna... So many names in this game that are hard for me. Senorita, please. I have never found the time to marry. Too much work to be done in the world. She chuckles and beckons you to come inside and inspect the wares. Have you managed to establish a good trade route to Hispaniola? DC, our first ship from Santo Domingo, merged safely at the harbor yesterday, and we've sent a second order to Senor Dinez in Santiago de los Caballeros. We are well stocked with valuables, food, medicine, and equipment, everything I imagine you would need on the travels. Thank you, Senorita. Your work here is very valuable to our expedition. She nods, she smiles and nods graciously. Would you like to browse our goods, Senor Capitan? Yes, I would. Alright, so things are generally going to be focused towards us. At this point, I believe. Yes. So, generous prices. See. I actually always have a lot of medicine. Do want more thing. I always make up for medicine really quickly. So that's fine. That's very fine, honestly. Give me as much of the valuables as you can give me. Trade, leave. Now let's see what we got here. Expand the fortress. Let's see. We got stable. It will double your moves for one day when you visit it. This allows you to move twice as far as normal on the first day after you leave your fortress. Workshop. For workshop, you'll be able to buy certain items for use in combat. Additionally, your workshop will regularly generate a small amount of crafting materials. Okay. Tavern. Small morale boost to all your followers if you buy a round of drinks every week. Chapel. Rebuilding your chapel will provide a morale bonus to all your pious followers every 7 days if you visit the chapel to pray in it. Let's do the stable. Your horse does deserve better treatment than it's getting so far. I'll get the workers started at once. Thank you. Visit your barrack. Let's see. Let's deposit more resources. Deposit all the resources. There we go. I'll leave myself 1,000, and then let's put in 100. Let's put in that many rations. Yeah, perfect. That works. Just in case. All right. Now let's save, just in case I fuck myself over by doing that. There we go. But I shouldn't be too bad, right? Alright, well, first, do some preserving. First, we'll go hunting. And you are generally pretty good at preserving. And let's have you helping preserve. Well, there we go. That should work. And we should start, slowly start being able to get our rations back up. Unlocked axe level 3. Hell yeah. Oh, right, no, the stable's not ready yet. That's why. I was like, huh? Here's his treasure. Not really much else to do in this area, so... You know, let's go and turn in the idol. Yeah, let's turn in the idol right now. Thalipa. And then... Well, I'll say beforehand, because I don't want to get involved with a war against the Aztecs just yet, because I haven't even met them. And I want to decide for myself which way the wind blows, right? Makes sense? So, we'll just keep going. Drink my chai tea. That's some good tea. Good soup. Not soup. Tea. Here we go. Eat! Come back here, meat. Meat, meat, meat. There we go. Lots of meat. Let's see. Rations. That out. Velasquez. Cool. Let's see. Let's put you on pickaxe duty. And Ayana's on preservation duty. Anakauna. Preserve as well. There we go. 25 rations. Hell yeah. Neat. There we go. And let's start getting our medicine supplies up too. So we're going to do a lot of stuff on the way up there. Oh, what are you? Are you another Totonac? Totonac merchants. Trade with them. You have no particular relationship with the Totonac, so the merchants offer you pretty typical prices for their goods. Ooh. Do some stuff. Low supply of those. If I do that. 2 for 100. I think that's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I'll take that. I want my... Leave them alone. Pleasure doing business with you. Okay. Maybe doing some stuff for them to get a little bit of a better relationship would be useful. First, let's head up to Zalapa and talk to the chieftain, or at least start the process of talking to him. All right, preserving, herbalism, and Tracy can just keep doing that. Thing. There we go. There we go. Velasquez just keep doing what he does. Excellent. Let's see. Let's get another boar. Dirty meat. Always good. Always good. Alright. Man, haven't been to Zalapa in a while. Last time I was here, I had to beat up a bunch of people to leave because I took the chieftain's daughter. Didn't know that was gonna happen, but Epicteton receives you in his throne room without making a fuss. I was wondering if you'd have the guts to come back here after you made off with my daughter. She insisted on joining us. He waves his hand dismissively. I'm certain she did, seeing how she won't shut up about going on an adventure and seeing the world. If she doesn't want to get married yet, so be it. She hardly had to go in and get herself abducted. Chieftain leans forward and levels his daughter with a stern gaze. You and I will have a talk in private after my business with Bruno Villarejo is concluded, daughter. We must discuss the topic of parental authority. Anaconda squirms. I have brought you the idol. Epicteton accepts the idol with something approaching reverence. Amazing. Last time I saw this idol was years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. My father was a fool to give this away. He never even realized the political power it unlocks. With this in my hands, all the other chieftains will fall right in line behind me as I march upon Tenochtitlan. I hope it's that easy. The chieftain laughs. It will be nothing of the sort, but I will make it happen thanks to you. And I believe you were promised a reward. I will have baskets of gold and jade brought to your servants. Ooh, nice. While I secure the loyalty of the Totonac tribes, we must meet with the Tlaxcalteca. Again, we need your help. Have you had dealings with the Tlaxcala before? I have not. Have I? I don't know. He scoots to the edge of his stool. It creaks ominously. Tlaxcala is a nation that exists independently within the border of the Aztec Empire. Can you imagine how much that must annoy the Aztecs? I am certainly imagine it, and the very thought of it warms my heart. Do you consider Tlaxcala to be your allies? Maybe I did go to that city. I'm not sure. We have an uneasy relationship with Tlaxcala, but they are fearsome warriors, and we could use them on our side in the battle against the Aztecs. So, as you might expect, I've arranged a diplomatic meeting with the envoys of Tlaxcala. I was hoping to meet Tlaxcala on neutral ground, but we are running out of time and I had to acquiesce to their demands. We are meeting underground in a Tlaxcala tomb. I don't quite trust them, you understand, so I want somebody to watch over the meeting and make sure they don't try anything. So this is where we come in. Epicteton grins conspiratorially. I can't very well send a group of my own warriors. The Tlaxcalteca would never attend under those circumstances. You will be perceived as neutral, as they don't realize that you're working with us. Simply attend the negotiations and keep an eye out for them. I will go to the meeting and make sure nothing happens. I shall immediately travel to Papantla and Kempoala with the idol and begin negotiations with their chieftain. I have appointed our elder Kihuaitan to meet with Tlaxcala, and I have informed that they are sending a man by the name of Elogzochitl. Understood. The chieftain shakes your hand firmly. Let's hope everything goes according to plan. Good luck. Alright, so got that out of the way. So next up is protect the envoy. So we need to go to the tomb. We go to some tomb. Where is it? Oh, hut. Recognize a hut that I've been to before? Oh. Let's go check it out. Just realized that I just realized I don't know if I've actually been to that place yet. Whatever that is. Let's go check it out. Sorry. I suddenly became ADHD. But I want to explore these places. Right? Guessing that's the Tlaxcalan tomb. Alright, so I have to go through Tenochtitlan anyway. Interesting. Let's see. You don't need to do that, but you can start helping with preservation. Ayana will also preserve. And Reyes, preserve. Gael Sicart, preserve. And that way we get Lopez preserving. There we go. And camp. Yay. Gained 1 meat. I shall gain another meat. Ha-ha! Get back here, pig. Your flesh is mine. Your flesh is mine. Alright, let's save game. Always do that before a new encounter. The shaman. Deep in the jungle, you spot a small half-rotten hut between the vines. Approach the hut. An old shaman steps out of the hut when you approach. Children of the sun, at long last, Akolmitzitli has led you to me. If I was led here by a god, it wasn't one of yours. Very true. The old man eyes your equipment and your carts. It is the demand of the Lord Mictlan that you leave all your riches here with me as an offering. I might be persuaded to part with a few trinkets if you can offer something in return. The old shaman adopts the most ominous expression his face can muster. Must acquiesce to the will of the arm of Puma. Exclamation point or no? I think it says exclamation. If you refuse, I will put a deadly curse on you to appease him instead. Oh joy. Pollock raises his voice. I say we kill him. Quiet. Your people stand at attention. Will you allow me into your hut? I would like to learn more about your gods. You spend several hours in the old man's cottage, learning about his gods and his culture in general. Meet with him and get to know him, and eventually he likes you so much he lets you off with a symbolic sacrifice of 100 valuables just to keep the gods happy. Sure, 100's not bad. End event. What? Is that all? Is that all I get from that? Okay. Guess that's the case. Guess that's so then. Daily moves replenished. Excellent. Okay, we have a long ways to go back to... Because now we got to actually start heading towards... Now we have to start heading towards this area. Oh yeah, port over here now too. Realize that. Huh. I'll have to go there at some point and check it out. But first, let's start heading towards Cuautitlan. Because now that we've actually... Actually, no, the stables are going to be done soon. So I might want to go back real quick. No, the stables are going to be done soon. So let's head back real quick and at least start one more building project. There's another patrol. Alright, let's keep going. I'll do one more of these, and then from there I can just follow the road back down south towards Tenochtitlan and the Aztecs. Serving. You're hunting. Hunt. A hunt is afoot. Hunt. Hunt. There we go. 199 valuables gained. Sweet. I'm doing not much to trade with them. No particular thing. No particular Valuable thing. Low supply of medicine. 100 for 7. That's pretty, not really great. Sure. Extra rations are never a bad thing. Leave them alone. Go. Let's go. Bye, merchant. Nice seeing you again. Alright. Keep going. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. No. Oh, no. It's not enough. Well, maybe now it'll be good. Back to hunting. Very good. Quite good. Excellent. All right. You have anything new for me, Laszlo? Or Umberto? Led by Umberto, your workers have completed your new stables, and they are once again at your disposal. Excellent. Visit the stables before leaving the fortress to double your moves for the day. This will allow you to move twice as far from your fortress before you make camp. I do like that. I do like that a lot. Let's see. Let's put more rations in. There we go. That works. Rations. There we go. And then I'll need to do with medicine at some point too. Visit barracks. How many men we got now? 72 soldiers. Very nice. Stable. For horses to pasture. The stables of the fortress are modest. A tool shed with a simple shelter stands next to a small pasture surrounded by a wooden fence. The grass is nice and lush, however, as it's only used by a few horses. Put your horse to pasture. You leave your horse in the care of the stable boys while you're staying at the fortress. When you leave, you're able to move twice as far before your first camp. Excellent. I do like it when I can do that. Trade. Very low supply. Very high supply, normal supply. Okay. Very nice. Oh, let's do the next building project. And fortress. Let us rebuild the chapel. Rebuilding the chapel will provide a moral bonus to all your pious followers every 7 days. If you visit the chapel to pray, it will take 3 days and cost you 500. That's fine. I supposedly good for morale to give the Lord's house their due representation here. I'll see to it. Excellent. In the meantime, I'm gonna go hunting. Because there's a bunch of boar around here. But I'm an artist, not a boar. Fooled me. We are a band of arrows. Parade is more than I can bear. The Lionel share. Alright, let's restock our... Oh, more meat! I don't think I need that much meat. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that much meat, unfortunately. I'd have to, like, get all of my hunters onto preserving, and I don't think I'd even get that much done. Horse to pasture, there we go. Alright, so, next objective. Oh, God, we can get almost all the way there. Is there a way to just... There was a way to just auto-do that. Alright, well, let's just keep going. We can get almost all the way there in a day. That's cool. Just keep pressing buttons. Come, we ride! We ride for war! Soon we'll have the fortress up to its former glory. Yep, we want to go south along this road. Keep going through. Then we'll eventually get through this town. Let's see what they got for us in this town. That's the peaceful place. Apatla Market. We got a decent supply of everything. I need to find a way to get all these other supplies out at some point. because I need to get their valuables. I know I need. Oh god, that's a lot of craft stuff, but I already have so much of that. Keep going. Keep going. Need to also find more herbs. Or medicines. Up, like that. Yeah, I will gladly go off the beaten path for a second to grab some more medicine. Alright, there we go. Alright, ooh, we got a lot to do. Let's get down to serving all of this meat. A lot of it's gonna go to waste. But hey, 40 rations. Guards failed to stop thieves from stealing rope. Oh, wait, no. Wait, I wanted to get that medicine. Oh, God, I wasted time. No! Oh, well. All that medicione. Keep going. Keep going. Can I get inside? I can't. I can't. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, what do you got for me? Market, trade with the villagers. What do they got? They have very low supply of rations. Supply of ration. That's fine. There you go. Have some more rations. Leave. Alright. Good job, everyone. Now, we can move on to the Aztec farm. Very good. Very good indeed. Alright. Hunting. Hunting. Sanchez, you start doing some herbalism. Thing. 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 All that meat's back. Fix meat. As we continue on to a new area. An not uncharted, but undiscovered by me yet. Look at this farmland. I sure hope something bad don't happen at this Aztec farm. Well, we'll find out, shall we? A fairly large area along the northbound road from Tenochtitlan has been cultivated into farmland. It doesn't look particularly fertile, but apparently it yields enough to cover most of the city's consumption. Interesting. Farmers here look tired and weary, yet they turn out to be friendly enough when when approached, and some of them offer to trade their surplus food for medicine or valuables if you need. Well, I do need. Let's see. They have a low supply of that, so let's get some of these. I can quickly get a lot of these back. Actually, no. Let's get that, and we don't have any of those. What we can do with that, get that, plus more rations. There we go. There we go. Not much, but it ain't much, but it's honest work. Alright, so that's just a trading post. Well, since we gotta go this way anyway, I'm gonna ignore it and go off to the east. Check out this land over here. Because I don't want to deal with the Aztecs right now. In that capacity. I just want to keep exploring. See what I can find. Like herbs. Get your ass over there. There we go. Thing of interest nearby. He's just making some more medicione. You've unlocked pickaxe level 1. Huzzah! Huzzah! Let's see. How do I... path that leads over here, so let's grab you instead. Ah, I see. There's a road that leads through the mountain, so we can go through that, it looks like. Meat for you. So let's go check out this. Let's go check out this road. Oh, other stuff here. Aztec ruins. Ooh. Color me intrigued. Well, first let's head up this road a little bit. All right, so get you more pickaxe. More pickaxe. You going to be a preserver. Preserver. And Reyes, where are you at? Or Miguel, you're going to be a preserver. There we go. Chapel rebuilt. Excellent. Lost 30 wood. Oh no. Alright, well. Mason trying over spilt milk. Keep going up. Chart the roads. Updated. 8 out of 10 cairns. Let's actually move further up this road then and see what we get. See what we find. If there's anything else to find, that is. Does it look? Oh, because yeah, we could have gone down this road and not found the Totonek peoples. First came here. Interesting. Oh, treasure. Treasure. Give me the treasure. It's the name of the treasure. A mountain pass. Ooh. Ooh, so many nice, lovely things to see. Lovely things. We can go to the mountain pass, and then to the Toltec ruins, and then these points of interest, and to Tenochtitlan. I call that solid plan. Help out with herbalism. There we go. And another chest that I gotta walk all the way around for. That's funny. But you know what? I don't care. It's fine. Kind of entertaining, not gonna lie. Let's see. Thing. Thing. There we go. There we go. Actually, no. Well, I just lost where it is, so just lost where that chest was, and I don't want to like try to look around for it because it's probably only gonna be a few couple hundred valuables. Although I do need valuables. Constantly losing. It's annoying losing valuables. There we go. Click. Clickety click, clackety clack. Like a specific click site that I can do, or is it just saying that there's just a pass here that I can traverse? I don't know. Guess it's just saying there's a pass here I can traverse. Okay. Click on? Nope. All right. Well, if that's the case, let's actually just head to these. Let's head to the Toltec ruins then. Keep going. Just keep going. And let's go. Come on. Come on. Ah. Some person who like knows this game inside and out, who will have watched this like years down the road when I've actually forgotten I played this game, is gonna kind of be like, what the fuck? This guy is so bad at this game. I'll be like, you right. You're right. No excuse. Herbalism. Give me all those precious herbs. Give me those dank herb. Give me these ruins I can explore. Maybe. There. Maybe that maybe this is a future location. Probably what it is. This is probably a future location you'll end up going to at some point. Because there's nothing I can click on right now. Maybe this is where, like, if the, maybe this is where if, like, you actually... Maybe this is where when the actual civil war and the war happens, because I'm assuming that's what a lot of the story beats are leading up to. Maybe that's, like, one of the places where they end up, like, fighting it out. Happens. Anyway, to this point of interest. Not even a full year's passed, and we are making great progress. Is this a cairn? Is this a road cairn? Should be. Heart the lake. Okay. How many are on the lake? 5 cairns on the lake. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. Good old meat. Let's get this other one. This is probably the other lake, one of the other lake cairns. Well, now we can just start, like, going around the lake and checking things out, because, yeah, there's a lot in this area already, I can tell. Like, look at this. Oh. Keep going around the lake. Let's just keep circling the lake. Ooh, what do we... Oh, this is nice. This is cool. This is cool. Tenochtitlan is... The artistic renditions I've seen of Tenochtitlan always made it look really cool and fascinating, and I really love seeing stuff like that. So, it'll be fun to actually get to explore it in a game setting. Curve. There we go. Get more of those dank herbs. As we find a way around. Oh, I guess we can't actually get onto the island where Tenochtitlan is yet until we talk with them. 4 out of 5 cairns. Okay. Well, this could go south really quickly, so let us... Oh, let's see how this goes. On an island in a large lake at the bottom of a valley, you reach Tenochtitlan. From a distance, you can already tell that the city is incredibly rich, with a beautiful temple district, the pyramids of which rise proudly above the canopy of the surrounding forest. On your way towards the long earth causeways that lead across the lake to the island, you are intercepted by a large contingent of warriors led by heavily armed soldiers in peculiar eagle costumes. They approach you respectfully, but with some apprehension. Maintaining a safe distance, barely close enough to communicate without shouting, the most extravagantly decorated eagle warrior addresses you. Alright, need some tea. That's what he says. Yes, I need some tea. 1 second, stranger. Children of the sun, we welcome you to Tenochtitlan. Our great Tlatoani, Montezuma Xocoyotzin, invites you to his palace. Ah, we're gonna meet Montezuma. Your interpreter leaves the title of Tlatoani in the translation, but quickly adds that it refers to the emperor. Let us proceed. The greeting party divides in two to allow you passage and forms up behind you as an escort, following you across the causeway into the city. Up close, the city of Tenochtitlan almost defies description. It's as large as any European city you've ever visited, easily rivaling Seville or Cordoba for size. Its towering temples and palaces are richly decorated in blue and red, and its streets are filled with people who scatter before you and stare as you pass. Your troops are visibly struck with awe by the size and sophistication of the city. You pass through an enormous market bustling with activity, probably twice as large as the market of Seville. The members of your expedition are struggling to take it all in, gaping at the crowds, the buildings, the sheer enormity of it. I would too. This place looks fucking cool. Meanwhile, your feathered escorts are clearing a path towards the largest and most beautiful of all the palaces, all the while making sure none of your people strays from the path. Alright, so we are in Tenochtitlan. Alright, that's the big temple. There's the building, the palace. Tenochtitlan Palace. The Palace of Tenochtitlan is really only one of several palaces in the city, but is distinguished by being the grandest and, not coincidentally, the one currently in use as the residence of the city's Tlatoani, Montezuya Xocoyotzin, Montezuma the Younger. Meet with Montezuma. You are led through the palace to a large and beautiful garden where Montezuma himself seems to be conducting some administrative business with a handful of nobles. You are respectfully instructed to wait at the entrance to the heavily secured garden until the Tlatoani is ready to see you. Look at this dude. He looks chill. The great Montezuma appears to be about 40 years old, of a healthy height and build, and light-skinned for an Aztec. His hair is short and his beard is well-trimmed and thin. He doesn't have a beard in that picture. He carries himself with the air that one would expect of a great ruler, and yet he greets you in a respectful and genial manner. Honored guests, you are in the presence of Montezuma, Tlatoani of the Aztec Empire. Tell me, by what name would you be known? Great Montezuma, my name is Bruno Villarejo, and these are my warriors. The Emperor receives your name with a dignified nod. You are not the first children of the sun who have come to my lands, but you are the first of your kind to enter Tenochtitlan. As such, you shall be a guest of honor in my palace for as long as you desire. At this point, Miguel Sicart leans in and whispers to your ear. I believe it would be beneficial for diplomatic relations if we offer the Emperor a gift of some kind. Offer some services like... No, that'd be mean. Offer equipment. You order your servants to bring forth a lockbox of treasures from your caravan and present it to Montezuma as a gift. Montezuma looks over the spoils with a pleased expression and in turn gets his servants to bring out a chest full of gold and jewelry from his personal collection. The Aztec Emperor himself further presents you with a gold disc and a silver disc that you recognize as the calendar of the Aztecs. When the formalities are dispensed with, you and your people are led from the throne room to an adjacent area, where you're met by a tall, strong man in his 30s, who you recognize from your audience of Montezuma. Venerable guests, I am privileged to meet you. My name is Quapiato, and I am Tlacochcalcatl to Montezuma. Your interpreter hesitates for a moment, desperately grasping for a good translation of Tlacochcalcatl. I'm grasping for a pronunciation of that word. Quapiatl seems to pick up on it as he pauses halfway through his introduction and watches the translator with a wry smile. Your interpreter eventually settles on High General, and Quapiatl carries on. Our great Tlatoani has appointed me to maintain diplomatic and strategic relations with you and your people. If there is anything more you desire from us, tell me and we will discuss it. Perhaps there is something we can do for you in our position as outsiders, a show of goodwill towards your great empire. Quapiatl hesitates. It is not the habit of this empire to ask others to solve our problems. Nevertheless, his eyes narrow, but a knowing smile plays at the corner of his lips. How do you expect to be compensated for your aid? I only wish to establish a good working relationship. Yeah, he raises an eyebrow, intrigued. He regards you in the manner with which one would look upon some absurd and unfamiliar fairy tale beast. There is one matter where we might benefit from the assistance of, as you say, outsiders. Addressing this would certainly establish you as a worthwhile ally to us, which will lead to other ways in which you may cement the alliance between our peoples. What can I do to aid our Aztec allies? To the west lies an Aztec settlement called Cuautitlan. They have neglected to send regular shipments of food to Tenochtitlan. The people of Tenochtitlan depend on these shipments from the outlying farm communities to survive. Cuautitlan is part of the heart of our empire, and if we move against them militarily, it could have undesirable political repercussions. I'll visit Cuautitlan and convince them to relinquish the food they owe to Tenochtitlan. Slightly, then you will be rewarded for your service. Quapiatl thanks you for your time and calls in 2 eagle warriors to escort you out of the palace. If not mistaken, he's chuckling quietly in disbelief as you leave. Okay. Guessing, yeah, this is the market. Marketplace is found in Tlatelolco, which turns out to be a sister city that lies right next to Tenochtitlan on the northern part of the island. Its market is enormous, perhaps twice the size of the city of Seville, and brimming with food and trinkets. The merchants are friendly and subservient, but as the city is very rich, their prices are fairly steep. Haggle. You break out the old bartering skills that served you so well in the markets back in Spain. Despite the language barrier, the Aztec merchants are no match for your assertiveness and your deft timing and inventiveness. You manage to lower their prices considerably. Browse the artisan stalls. Most of the items on sale in the market are everyday objects of little use to you. However, after trawling through useless junk for the longest time, you manage to locate the few scattered stalls where artisans from outside the city are peddling supplies for trappers and warriors. Bike traps and net traps are both on sale for 400 values apiece. Let's head back. I'm not going to buy that stuff. Trade. What do we got? Everything's in very high supply, so I don't think I'm going to be getting good deals right now. Maybe in the future something will happen. So I left... Oh. As you navigate the narrow streets of the sprawling market, an Aztec man steps into your path. He is dressed in fine clothes with an ostentatious hat and much jewelry adorning his upper body. He speaks slowly, picking his words carefully, evidently with a broad and precise vocabulary which seems to brush off on your interpreter. Child of the sun, I am honored to be in your presence. I am Matlal. I have been observing you for some time, and it is clear that you have an interest in good business. What is it to you? The path that took you to this city, did it also take you through the city of Texcoco to the north? I have never been to that place. He clears his throat. It is a city on the eastern bank of the lake, northeast of here. It is the second largest city in this land after our own. Go on. I have recently had the misfortune to deal with the commander of the warriors defending Texcoco. He is a most stubborn and entitled eagle warrior by the name of Coyotl. This man has made some utterly unreasonable demands of my associates, and lately he has had the audacity to issue threats should we fail to yield to his demands. How does this involve me? I lack the necessary weight to dissuade Coyotl from applying further pressure to me and my associates here in Tenochtitlan. My hope is that you or anyone in your group will take Coyotl out of the picture and bring his shield to me as proof. I am in possession of a large amount of valuable metals that I might surrender to you out of gratitude for your assistance. Will he not simply be replaced? My contacts in Texcoco tell me that Coyotl's warriors are growing tired of his selfish crusade. His most loyal subordinates will undoubtedly back him up if he is attacked, but most of his force will be relieved to get rid of him. They will not continue to pursue his goals when he is gone. What are his demands? He musters a tragic smile. That we deliver 70 sacks of corn and seeds to him. His demands grow more insistent with every week that goes by, but we cannot simply give away our goods. We all have debts to repay. Maybe he's demanding that because maybe Texcoco is not doing so well? We'll see. We'll see when we go there, because I feel like this might be a moral dilemma. Who are these associates of yours? Like myself, they are only humble merchants trying to make a living in this great empire. Is Texcoco another city-state? He clears his throat. Texcoco is the capital of the Acolhua people. They are our allies in the Triple Alliance. The city is regarded as a cultural center of our great empire, and Coyotl has been stationed there with his warriors to help protect the city from outside foes. I'll find Coyotl and deal with him. Merchant bows his head gratefully. Return to me when the matter is resolved, and you will be richly rewarded. He probably wants me to go kill the dude. Oh, I can access the library. Okay, you return to Quapiatl to report in your progress, but he is not present in the palace. His servants inform you that he is out on official business, but will return to the palace to meet with you when he receives word that the situation with Quatitlan has been resolved. Request access to the palace library. You put on your best humble manners, and after half an hour of compliments and groveling, you're granted entrance to the palace of Tenochtitlan to speak to the wise men of the city. Your scholars quickly find common ground with the Aztec wise men and eagerly trade knowledge. The wise men show you some of their codices and teach you how to read their glyphs, and your scholars in turn teach them about Europe and superficially explain the fundamental structures of the Latin language. Your people diligently write everything down, and you're sure it will be of much use to the scholars of Spain upon your return. Excellent. Can I do it again? I cannot. Alright, what can I do in the temple then? Actually, what do we got here? Oh, that's Texcoco, and that's just a house, apparently. That is a Tlaxcalan tomb. Oh, Quatitlan. That's where Quatitlan is. Oh, the legends. Oh, I didn't know I could move this. Okay, so there's actually more than I thought. Maybe. Who knows? Let's see what the giant temple has for us now. Tenochtitlan Temple. The temples of Tenochtitlan aren't entirely pleased to welcome you. You're not allowed to pass beyond the entrance of the temple, but their high priest Momotzli meets you outside to do business. It's well known that the Aztec religion is mostly based around human sacrifice, and you can hear screams of anguish emanate from the inner halls of the temple. I can sacrifice a follower. No. Talk to the high priest. Momotzli is a tall and thin man in his 30s with a persistent cruel glint in his eyes. Before you're even all the way through the introductions, he pulls you and your translator aside to talk in private. By now it should be clear to you that I am an influential man in this city. A favor owed by me is a significant advantage to anyone here. Yeah, alright, says the guy who kills people. Judging by his outfit and the way his slaves and subordinates act around him, there is no question that this is the case. Likewise, it is clear to anyone but the greatest, most oblivious fool that you and your people are a force to be reckoned with. Yes, all 15 of us against your million-strong empire. Now, permit me to ask you this question. How familiar are you with the area around the city? I have only just arrived. That is as I expected. I wish to talk to you about one of the dark secrets of Tenochtitlan, a blemish on the glorious road of our nation. A band of women roam the jungles to the west of the city, led by a woman named Itlatli. Oh no, he hates women. He just wants to murder a bunch of women. Great. I'm afraid I have not encountered such a group. No matter. All you must understand is that our history with of Citlali and her band of revolutionaries is dark and troubled. It would be in our best interest if Citlali were to be removed from our lands. Momotsli puts quite a bit of stress on our, and it's clear that he speaks of the higher castes of Tenochtitlan. I want to meet these people, so I want to do the quest. I'll accept the quest, but I want to meet these people and see what they have to say. Because this guy's obviously an entitled prick. I'll see what I can do. The High Priest's face displays a peculiar smile, mixing malevolence and gratitude in a way you had previously never imagined to be possible. Return to me with Citlali's talisman when you have executed a solution. Her fate is all I care about. Her sisters will be no affront to us without their most notorious war chief. As Momotsli retreats back into his temple, you get a feeling he has something altogether more personal at stake than the reputation of Tenochtitlan. Yep. Let's see. Have you done it? Not yet. He looks visibly annoyed. I would be too. Because he click house. Where would they be if that were the case, I wonder? Well, let's see. Let's just save right here. And we'll spend the last little bit of this episode going to the codex, because I'm thinking there might be a codex entry that we can check on now. Codex. Yes, there are a couple. Let's start with the Aztec Empire. The Aztec Empire is the best documented of all American civilizations at that time. Extensive records have been left by soldiers, friars, scholars, and historians describing all aspects of Aztec life. Colored by Spanish prejudices, but still, it's better than nothing. At the time of the Spanish conquest, the Aztecs dominated the northern Mexico, and the Aztecs called themselves Mexicas, or Tenocha. After a long period of wandering, the tribes that made up the Aztecs settled in the central basin of Mexico. In 1325, they founded the town of Tenochtitlan, where Mexico City lies today. So, oh yeah, I forgot that Tenochtitlan is built... Mexico City is built on top of Tenochtitlan. I forgot about that. Such a cool thing to learn about, though. I think, like, if I remember correctly, they're constantly finding, like, sometimes the subway systems will, or, like, the underground networks, a wall will collapse and they'll just find, like, ancient Aztec or other tribes or historical artifacts just all the time. Really interesting. But also, this puts in this perspective. The Aztec Empire was not that old. Like, it was only, like, a couple centuries old when the Spanish came and fucked it all up for them. During the 15th century, they created an empire that was second only to the empire of the Incas. Yeah, because the Incan Empire was really neat, fascinating. Their empire was highly organized with a central administration, a diverse and highly specialized society, an extensive trading network, and an agricultural economy adjusted to the land. At the time of the Spanish conquest in the early 16th century, the Aztec Empire under Emperor Montezuma was the most powerful Mesoamerican kingdom of all time. Its population was 15 million people living in 38 provinces. It covered more than 80,000 square miles and stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf Coast and from central Mexico to the present-day Guatemala. Yep, it was a very powerful one, and within a century, due to disease and other factors, it was basically destroyed in like less than 100 years, mostly from smallpox, but also Spanish conquistadors are very cruel. Okay, let's go with Tenochtitlan next, because we'll go country, city, then people. Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan was the Aztec capital at the time of the Spanish conquest in 1521 and was one of the largest cities in the world, with perhaps as many as 200,000 inhabitants, which is, by the standards of 1500s, was very huge. I think, like, No, not even Edo slash Tokyo, which would get up to like 1 million people until the Edo period, like 100 to 200 years after this. So yeah, this is a huge by city standards. The city was laid out in a grid divided by a network of streets and canals and was linked to the cities on the shores of the lake by raised causeways. It has been described as a beautiful and impressive city with huge blue and red pyramids and white palaces. Tenochtitlan was the political, economic, and religious center of the greatest empire of pre-Columbian Mexico, and its great wealth was obtained not only from trade and industry, but also in great part from the spoils and tributes the regions conquered by the Aztecs, because they were a very aggressive people when it came to their neighbors. Why a lot of their neighbors were like, hey, you Spanish, can you help us get rid of the Aztecs? We're kind of tired of them. Sacred Precinct, with room for more than 8,000 people, was the heart of Tenochtitlan. It was the religious and ceremonial center of both the city and the empire. The most important Aztec gods had their temples there, and there were schools for training of young noblemen for the priesthood, priests' quarters, and ball courts. Adjacent to the Sacred Precinct was the Royal Palace, the homes of the nobles and the administrative buildings. This area also featured beautiful gardens, zoos, and aviaries. The common people lived at a distance in neighborhoods with their own local temples and markets. Yeah, it makes sense. Now it's time for Tlaxcala. Tlaxcala. In the middle of the 14th century, the Tlaxcalteca defeated the Teotihuaca and founded a small but powerful empire in the region that now bears its name. Oh yeah, these were the the Tlaxcala. These are the people that the Totonac want to ally with, who are living. They're in the Aztec Empire, but they're not technically part of the Aztec Empire. They were skilled fighters who followed the god of war and hunting, Camaxtli. Owing to their military prowess, Tlaxcala was one of the few areas that the Aztecs could subjugate, but the Aztec conquest of the surrounding area cut off Tlaxcala's commerce. The situation was maintained until the arrival of the Spanish in the early 16th century. One of the first major cities encountered by the Spanish on their way to Mexico was Tlaxcala. Cortez tried to negotiate a truce so the Spanish army could pass through Tlaxcala, but the Tlaxcalteca didn't understand the Spanish letters brought by envoys from Chempoala, and assumed that the Spaniards and their new Chempoalan allies had come to attack them. After several battles and raids resulting in great losses on both sides, the Tlaxcalteca agreed to assist the Spanish rather than having their houses destroyed and their women and children killed. The Tlaxcalteca explained to Cortez that they and Mexico were old adversaries whose quarrel dated back many years. Cortez used this dispute to his advantage and convinced the Tlaxcalteca to assist him on his march to Tenochtitlan. In exchange for their support, he promised not to levy taxes on them or confiscate their land. In 1521, the alliance succeeded at firmly establishing Spanish control of central Mexico. Afterwards, the Tlaxcalteca continued to aid the Spaniards, fighting against other indigenous tribes and settling the newly conquered territories. So they were brought in, they conquered that stuff. Probably yet another culture that was wiped out by the smallpox, but I need to actually look more into the history of this area. But now that Cortez, we came before Cortez. Cortez is not in the picture anymore because this is alternate history now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as I go along, what I feel is right, because I don't know. I don't know who I want to help with this, or if I want to even get involved at all. Maybe I'll just let them fight it out amongst themselves and just deal with whoever's left. Because, I mean, I'm not a warmonger, but I'm not gonna like be a revolutionary. I don't think. I mean, I've already been aggressive a couple times. All right, last let's do with Montezuma. Montezuma II, also known as Montezuma Zocotitlán, or Montezuma, the 9th emperor of the Aztecs. He was born around 1466 and became emperor in 1502. He ruled as emperor until 1520, when he was killed during a battle with the Spanish. He inherited, oh yeah, because Cortez held him hostage, too. It was kind of interesting. He inherited the throne from his uncle Huitzilopochtli, who conquered vast areas and more than doubled the territory of Aztec dominance. Montezuma served as a general in these battles of conquest, but during his reign he worked to consolidate the power over those newly conquered regions in preference to conquering new areas. Montezuma received reports of strangers landing on the coast in 1517, and the 8th of November 1519 he met Cortez outside Tenochtitlan and welcomed the Spanish into his palace as guests. For unknown reasons, he was then imprisoned by the Spanish in his own home. Although Montezuma II is traditionally believed to have been a harsh ruler, there is evidence that he was actually a good and clever ruler who has been misjudged on the background of his encounter with the Spanish and his subsequent capitulation. Which would make sense, because history is written by the victors. But anyway, I think that's a good end for the chapter. this chapter of the story, and we'll continue on because we have some more quests and goals to check out amongst the Aztecs. But I might also return back to the fortress real quick and get another project going. Anyway, we'll see what happens next time.